As a senior member of the British royal family, Princess Anne is known for her hard work and strong sense of duty. Before she died, Queen Elizabeth II gave her a very important job to do, which is said to have shocked Camilla. Recent news sources say that she gave Princess Catherine an important letter from the late monarch. What could this strange message be about? And what does it mean for the Princess of Wales's lives? As the story goes on, it seems that popular support for Catherine is growing faster than support for Camilla. This could mean that the royal family goes through some interesting changes. Stay with us as we talk about this interesting discovery and what it might mean for the house going forward. A trustworthy source says that Queen Elizabeth's message to Princess Catherine has caused a lot of fuss. It is said that the late queen told Catherine about her long-held wish for her to be accepted as a queen in her own right, not just as Queen Consort like Camilla. This news has caused Queen Camilla a lot of worry and confusion, especially after a meeting at Balmoral, a place that is very important to the royal family. The Balmoral summit turned into a place where people had heated discussions. Camilla is said to have spoken out against some royal choices. As they talked, Prince William suggested a number of changes that would make the royal family better. These included a full review of the royal finances and giving new members of the family royal tasks. His ideas were meant to ease people's worries about the age gap in the family and the fact that there will be fewer busy royals by the middle of 2024. But people had different reactions to these ideas, and Camilla's resistance stood out. Sources say Camilla was very against the idea of cutting off money to her family and giving more duties to the younger royals. There were already high tensions when she asked if Princess Catherine was really ready and able to become queen. For a long time, historians and royal biographers have talked about Camilla and Catherine's competition, which shows how complicated and tense their relationship is. This new turn of events seems to be making things worse, and what Queen Elizabeth wants is very important, and it shows how she thinks the government should change. As a child, she cared deeply about the future of the royal family. Her desire for Princess Catherine to be recognized as a queen in her own right shows that she wanted to bring the throne up to date. It's clear that she wanted a more fair and inclusive way to do royal tasks. People might have a totally different view of the monarchy if this change takes place. It would feel more in line with modern values of equality and shared responsibility. But it's not all that. Also, this change in the royal family could make things tense between Queen Camilla and Princess Catherine. If Catherine is made a queen in her own right, it could make things more complicated and even cause the two women to grow apart. Let's look into what could happen. The connection between Queen Camilla and Princess Catherine is complicated, and it makes people wonder how the royal family really works. Camilla might be worried about whether Catherine is ready for the part she's supposed to play. Camilla has a lot at stake in protecting the institution she has become a part of, and in keeping her place in the royal family safe. Their relationship isn't easy, in part because both women have had to deal with public pressure and make sacrifices for their royal tasks. Their paths have been very different, though. It became clear at the Balmoral summit that the monarchy's future depends on more than just following custom. It also depends on how it can change and grow. This period of change has been hard for Camilla, especially since she wants to keep her family's power in the throne. One of the main topics that were talked about was the possibility of making big changes to the royal budget, which could have a huge effect on how money is spent, which meant that some members of Camilla's family might lose their financial benefits. This worried her because she saw it as a direct threat to her family's support and long-term payments to the royal household. The thought of losing that money could hurt not only her family's standing in the monarchy, but also the legacy they've made there. People in the royal family are losing power, which puts even more pressure on Camilla. This is especially true as younger family members take on more of her duties. This change wasn't just an administrative one. It felt like a direct attack on her power and place in the royal hierarchy. With their new ideas and more modern ways of doing things, the younger royals are stepping up and taking on bigger roles. This makes Camilla feel left out and like she doesn't belong in this new version of the kingdom. And just when Camilla thought things couldn't get any more difficult, someone in the royal family gave her a big surprise. Queen Camilla was feeling more and more left out, so Princess Anne's role in making Queen Elizabeth's plans for Camilla's future clear is said to have shocked her. People who are close to the royal family say that Queen Elizabeth didn't see Camilla as a queen, but as a queen spouse. This difference made a big difference in how Camilla saw herself and her role in the royal family. At the same time, Camilla's position got more complicated when people started to expect more from Princess Catherine, especially after Prince William became king. The fact that Catherine might become more important was a clear sign that the royal family was changing. Camilla, on the other hand, took this change very badly and felt cheated. Even though she had been loyal to the royal family for a long time and made important efforts, she didn't seem to be getting the recognition she had hoped for. These changes were made possible by Queen Elizabeth's plans for the future of the kingdom. Royals younger than Camilla were taking on more duties, and it looked like the changing tides of royal succession could make Camilla's goals and her family's history less important. At this time of change, Camilla wasn't sure what her role was in the government because things were changing so quickly. She had a hard time figuring out where she fit in with all of the traditional ideals and the realities of the modern world. People who know the family say she often imagined herself as the Queen Consort after Prince Charles became king. The many talks at Sandringham, where the royal family often got together to talk about both official and personal things, helped her see her future more clearly. It was important for Queen Elizabeth to share her ideas about the future of the monarchy and the tasks that each family member would play. During these talks, the Queen's message about the family's future became even stronger. It changed the way the royal family would move forward in the future. After a long break, Buckingham Palace is finally back to having public events. In her letter celebrating her Platinum Jubilee, Queen Elizabeth said the same thing. In her message, she said that she hoped people would treat Camilla with the same kindness and care they had shown her during her reign. This endorsement was very important because it acknowledged Camilla's role and tried to convince people that she was a good fit for the job. Because the monarchy was going through such a big change, the Queen's carefully chosen words helped give it a sense of continuity and security. King Charles and Camilla both said they were very grateful for the Queen's statement. They knew that this public support was very important for making Camilla's upcoming part seem legitimate. This smart move made it possible for the power to change hands without any problems. It also recognized Camilla's importance and gave her the honored title of Queen Consort. This title not only recognized what she had done, but it also showed that the royal family was united as they looked forward to the next part of their past. But at the same time, this change made way for Princess Catherine, who would later take on her own royal duties. The big impact Queen Elizabeth will have on Catherine's future tasks was a major factor in how she prepared. The Queen gave Catherine a lot of help and guidance, sharing her knowledge and experience. This helped Catherine really understand how complicated royal life is and how heavy the tasks will be when she becomes queen. Queen Elizabeth and Princess Catherine had a very special connection. They got together for tea and visited each other a lot, which showed how close they were. These weren't just casual get-togethers. The Queen shared her knowledge and stories, which helped Catherine get ready for the difficulties that lay ahead. Their close family ties showed that the monarchy wasn't just a formal institution in the royal family, but also a caring and loving family. Catherine had a great deal of devotion to her royal tasks while she was at Kensington Palace, which is very close to Buckingham Palace. Many people admired how hard she worked all the time, especially how she helped others and took part in royal events. She met a big goal in 2019 when she was given the prestigious Dame Grand Cross of the Royal Victorian Order. This award shows how much she has done for the community and how positive she is. One of Catherine's favorite things about Queen Elizabeth was how she made their connection feel more personal. Queen Elizabeth gave her a jar of homemade salsa for Christmas, which was one of her favorite gifts. Catherine will always remember this simple but thoughtful gift that was made with love and care. It showed how warm and thoughtful the Queen is. Aside from that, the fact that they both loved fashion made their relationship even stronger. Queen Elizabeth and Princess Catherine have always found the perfect mix between style and modesty in the clothes they wear. They follow royal tradition while also adding their own unique style. This shared method shows how much they respect royal heritage while still letting each person be themselves. Like her predecessor, Catherine puts a lot of value on being practical and classic. This makes sure that her wardrobe appeals to modern audiences and adds to her lasting impact in royal fashion. In addition to having similar fashion tastes, Queen Elizabeth and Princess Catherine both love shooting. This is more than just a hobby for them. It has a big impact on how they are seen by the public. They use their cameras to record moments that are important to them, like family, friends, and the world around them. This lets people see into their private lives and strengthens their ties to the communities they serve. When the Queen was young, she was given a simple box brownie camera that was the start of her love of photography. Even though it was simple, this famous camera gave her a lot of freedom to be creative and helped her see the world in a new way. Catherine has also turned to photography as a way to express herself creatively, just like her. As an amateur photographer, she is very proud of her work and loves catching the beauty in everyday things. Her love of photography got even stronger during the pandemic. That's why she worked with the National Portrait Gallery to start the Hold Still project. People from all walks of life were asked to send in their own pictures as part of this project. The result was a powerful and one-of-a-kind collection that showed how people lived in the UK during a tough time. As the country went through hard times, the photos from this project became signs of comfort and strength, sharing stories of hope, unity, and the unwavering strength of the human spirit. In the past, both Queen Elizabeth and Princess Catherine have given the country hope and comfort, especially during times of trouble. During World War II, the Queen's powerful talks helped lift people's spirits and encourage them to be strong and work together, even though things were very hard. Her words gave comfort to people who were going through hard times during the war and showed how strong and resilient the British people are. In keeping with this tradition, Princess Catherine has used her position to raise understanding about mental health and stress the value of community support, especially during hard times. That she and Queen Elizabeth did these things shows that art and leadership are both very important in making people strong and hopeful. In their work, they show how imagination and kindness can help us deal with life's problems. They tell us to enjoy the beauty around us and help each other when we need it the most. Queen Catherine is still making a big difference even though she has a new job. Like the historical leaders who came before her, she has a modern spirit of kindness. Her steadfast dedication to good causes has made a real difference, especially during the pandemic. Catherine's leadership has been very important in getting people to back frontline healthcare workers and making sure they get the help and praise they deserve. Catherine's work shows that she really understands the needs of people in important positions, which shows how empathetic she is and how dedicated she is to public service. She has made it clear that her loyalty is not only to the Queen, but also to the people she works for, so she makes sure that her actions are kind and useful. Catherine and William built a happy, simple life together in the early years of their marriage by looking at Queen Elizabeth's beliefs and way of life. When they got married in 2011, they decided to live on the peaceful Isle of Anglesey. Because William was a search and rescue pilot, they were able to live a simple, calm life together. This helped them build a strong relationship built on mutual respect and shared values. This background has had a big effect on how they think and act in public. As Catherine gets ready to become queen, there is a palpable sense of excitement and support from both the people and the royal family. A lot of people see her ascent as carrying on Queen Elizabeth's lasting legacy. Catherine's close relationship with the late Queen gave her valuable knowledge about royal duties and the expectations that come with them. She is known for her loyalty, commitment, and care for the welfare of the country. People really like Catherine, not only because she is calm and collected when things get tough, but also because she can handle the complicated parts of royal life while still appearing modern and friendly. Catherine is good at finding a balance between tradition and modernity. She shows the kindness and service that have always been important to the monarchy. Many people have praised her work, and a lot of people are behind her on social media, where her ideas are being discussed by a wide range of people. Now that Catherine is starting a new life, she is ready to inspire people, just like Queen Elizabeth did during her amazing rule. Her ability to honor the traditions of her predecessors while also reimagining what it means to be queen in the modern world shows how well she can connect the past and the future. This makes her a beloved figure in the history of the kingdom. Many well-known royal experts have said that Princess Catherine has many great skills and qualities that make her a very good candidate to take the British throne. This good opinion is due in large part to her close relationship with Queen Elizabeth and her important position in the royal family. According to reports, Catherine has been busy getting ready for her new duties as queen since she beat cancer. Her recovery journey has not only been a personal success, but it has also helped her move up in the royal hierarchy. Royal insiders say Catherine is taking part in a number of different programs and initiatives to get ready for her new job. The advice of an experienced and skilled princess has been very helpful in understanding how to do her royal tasks. This training has been very helpful. It has given Catherine the skills she needs to deal with the complicated parts of court life and prepared her for the huge duties she will have as queen. Public opinion about Catherine's rise to become a more important royal figure has been extremely positive. A lot of people have praised her for being able to stay calm in tough situations and her steadfast dedication to her royal duties. The fact that she beat cancer has not only made her stronger, but it has also made people value and connect with her more. Catherine's amazing ability to balance her own health, her family's needs, and the expectations that were put on her shows how determined and dedicated she is to her future tasks. As Catherine moves up in her job, royal fans and people in general are paying close attention to her progress. They can't wait to see how she will change the future of the kingdom. Due to her personal determination and commitment to her duties, she is a source of hope and strength for the royal family and the country as a whole. The recent Balmoral summit showed that there are big disagreements in the royal family, especially between Queen Camilla and Princess Catherine, who have very different ideas. The meeting's main purpose was to talk about the monarchy's future during a time of change that brings both challenges and chances. Even though the royal family has to deal with these complicated issues, most people are optimistic about Princess Catherine's ability to lead the kingdom into a more modern and forward-thinking future. A lot of people see her as a symbol of hope because she is good at balancing traditional royal ideals with the changing needs of modern society. People see her ability to connect with people and her commitment to carrying on Queen Elizabeth II's work as very important for the future of the throne. The summit made decisions that stress economic responsibility and the inclusion of new, active members. These decisions are the start of a new era for the royal family. This method tries to keep the royalty alive and important in a world that is always changing. Princess Catherine is supposed to be very important in these changes. She should show empathy, dedication, and a forward-thinking attitude, which are traits that her late grandmother-in-law, Queen Elizabeth, had. The British royal family is still being closely watched in Britain and around the world. The monarchy's unique character is still shaped by the way that long-standing customs and a culture of innovation work together. In this situation, Princess Catherine is respected more and more for being out in public and working for social change. Not only has her work in mental health, early childhood development, and community involvement won her a lot of praise, but it has also made her a relatable and important figure in modern society. As the royal family moves into this new age, finding the right balance between tradition and modernity will be very important. Princess Catherine leads the way in giving people new hope that the royalty can change and grow, honoring its history while also making the changes that are needed to stay relevant and inspire future generations. The next few years will have a big impact on how people see the government, and Princess Catherine's efforts will be very important during this time of change. Catherine has been getting the young people involved in important talks about mental health, early childhood development, and climate change, all of which are becoming more and more important in today's world. Because she knows how important these issues are, she has started a number of projects to help kids and teens with a focus on their mental and emotional health and setting up important lines of communication. By doing these things, she creates an atmosphere where teens and young adults feel heard, valued, and encouraged. Her dedication shows that she has a deep knowledge of the problems facing society today and wants to change the traditional roles of royal family members. Catherine is committed to changing these roles to fit the needs of the modern world. She wants to show that the royal family can be forward-thinking and useful in solving today's problems. She gives young people the power to interact with their surroundings and share their thoughts and hopes by pushing them to have critical conversations about things like mental health and child development. Catherine has made important contributions to efforts for sustainable development in addition to her work on mental health and child development. By working with different environmental groups, she shows how much she cares about protecting the environment and how important it is to be careful when dealing with ecological problems. By trying to keep the royal family's environmental impact as small as possible, she sets an example for others and shows that even powerful people have a duty to protect the world. In her political work, Catherine is still determined to reach her lofty goals. Her goal is not only to make people more aware, but also to motivate and assist others in making real changes. She thinks that young people can bring about change and is committed to giving them the skills and information they need to do good in their communities and beyond. Catherine is working to make the future one in which the monarchy actively helps make society and the world better. She is also laying the groundwork for a legacy based on progress, responsibility, and kindness. Catherine is more than just a sign because she does so many things. She is a force for change that inspires a new generation to face and solve important problems in the world today. Her unwavering loyalty to family values is clear in how hard she works to build strong relationships with her family and friends. This dedication goes beyond her own personal interests and is an important part of who she is in public. Catherine often talks about how important family ties are in people's lives, pointing out how they give people support, love, and a sense of belonging. She always talks about how important customs and family ties are in public, which strengthens the social fabric that holds society together. Prioritizing her family not only makes her public image stronger, but it also helps her connect with people from a wide range of countries and ways of life. One thing that makes Catherine stand out is her amazing ability to combine beauty with modern relevance. Because of this one-of-a-kind mix, she has become one of the most loved and respected members of the royal family. People are drawn to her natural grace, and her modern attitude and friendly personality make her easy to relate to, especially among younger people. People like Catherine because she is friendly, honest, and able to connect with others. She is seen not only as a queen figure, but also as an example of kindness, strength, and a strong commitment to family values. This link increases her impact on the world stage and encourages a new generation to follow the same values. It's also clear that Catherine is determined and sure of herself as she works toward her goals and plans. As she works to raise awareness about mental health, promote early childhood education, and support a number of charity causes, her dedication is clear. Catherine's dedication to these causes is strengthened by the fact that she is seen as a stylish and active person who is always ready to make a difference and motivate those around her. She has a strong personality because she can stick to her principles and values while managing the complicated world of royalty. Catherine has built a reputation as a caring leader and a source of hope for many by constantly interacting with the public and promoting the value of family. This will ensure that her legacy lives on for future generations. Catherine is very ready to talk about her thoughts and goals, which encourages open communication with the public and the media. This openness not only makes her more relatable, but it also helps her connect with people from different backgrounds, which lets her share her views and values in a way that hits home. Her devotion to family traditions and her job has had a big impact on the royal family's future. By combining her cultural background with modern ways of doing things, she has changed her role in a world that is always changing. This shows that traditional values and modern principles can live together in peace. Catherine's active participation in international and community projects shows how creative she is and how she can bring about good change. Whether she's speaking out about mental health, helping young children grow, or backing a number of charitable causes, she has become a symbol of hope and progress. This high standard is important to her and to future generations, which shows that the royalty is still relevant in today's world. She not only improves the royal family's image, but she also encourages people to get involved in important social causes, which helps build a culture of duty and empathy. Every day, Catherine faces new challenges and chances to grow as a person, which she handles with ease while being a leader in the royal family. Because she can change and adapt to meet the needs of modern society, she is an important link in keeping and developing the customs that have kept the British monarchy going for hundreds of years. She knows how important it is to balance historical heritage with the need for progress so that the monarchy is still recognized and useful in the modern world. While Catherine has had a big impact on social change and keeping customs alive, it is clear that her journey is just getting started. She is ready to lead her generation forward with a vision that respects the past while looking forward to what the future might hold. People look up to her determination and focus, which is changing how people see the royal family to reflect a mix of traditional values and a modern view of life and society. This change is more than just how she looks, it's about making real connections and knowing what the people she helps need. Because of what's been going on with Princess Catherine's health, we should ask her if she can handle all the load that's on her right now. What do you think about her health right now? The Princess of Wales recently made a big comeback in public. It was her first public appearance since she finished chemotherapy. This moment really showed that she's taking things slowly as she starts to get back into her royal tasks. This is a big and good step in her recovery. At that time, Kate was seen going to church with her husband, Prince William, and King Charles III and Queen Camilla at their home in Balmoral, Scotland. It was a special moment that showed how much her family loved and helped her through a hard time. On September 9th, Kate, who is 42 years old, told the public that she had finished her treatment. This was a big step forward after sharing 6 months earlier that she had been diagnosed with cancer, but she never said what kind it was. At the same time that this news came out, Buckingham Palace announced that King Charles was also getting treatment for cancer. This brought attention to the health problems in the royal family. Kate talked about the challenges she faces in a touching video report on her recovery. She said that she is committed to taking things slowly and patiently, even though she knows it will take time. Her method can help a lot of people who have been through similar problems. She is slowly coming back into public life, and for the rest of the year, Kate only plans to go to a few events. Her health comes first, but she still wants to do what she needs to do as queen. She didn't make many public appearances while she was getting treatment, but she did make a few memorable ones earlier this year. Some people really liked her when she marched in the King's birthday parade RR, trooping the color in June. And the standing ovation she got at the men's Wimbledon final in July showed how much people respect her. Kate's strength and dedication are truly amazing as she starts this new part of her life. Her fans are keeping a close eye on her slow return to public life, and it's clear that her determination to balance her health and royal tasks is what drives many. Please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Also, don't forget to watch the next video here.